Hey guys, YG Omega here, and today I will be showing my Crusadia Guardragon deck list. At first, this will probably seem very similar to the Crusadia deck list I posted just a few days ago, and that's because, well, it mostly is. Now, I can skip over most of this just because it is exactly the same as last time. If you know anything about Crusadias, then you know the absolute basics. 3 Maximus, 3 Draco, 3 Arborea, 3 Reclusia, and 3 Leonis, although in the Guardragon build you could probably only play 2, just because it isn't quite as important. Next up is also the same as in the previous version. 3 copies of Parallel Exceed. Serves exactly the same purpose. Summon Trap Tricks Rafflesia. Bluff your opponent into thinking you have Grave Digger's Trap Hole. Prevents you from getting Nibiru'd. Then we have our Hand Trap lineup, which is almost exactly the same. 3 Veiler, 3 Nibiru, no Ash. The main reason for that is that just you need some more space in the Guardragon version for, of course, all your other dragon cards and your garnets and such things. And the reason why we're cutting Ash specifically is that Veiler and Nibiru are both light, so you can both pitch them off Chaos Space. Right. Next up, we get to the actual Dragon Link enabling cards. We've got 2 copies of Rocket Tracer and then 1 copy of Rocket Recharger. Rocket Tracer, of course, can pop a field spell or something else to get Recharger out of deck. And we're playing 2 copies of Rocket Tracer just so if you draw one, Quick Launch is still live. But even if you do draw one, you can always just make Strike a Dragon, search Boot Set to launch, and special summon it out anyway, so it's no big deal. And of course, Rocket Recharger as its target. Next up, of course, our old friend, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. No explanation needed. Next up, for our Chaos Dragon package, we have Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, White Dragon Wyver Buster, and Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Collapse Serpent and Wyver Buster are just really good combo pieces. You banish one of the opposite attribute from grave, special summon themselves. When they get sent to the graveyard, you search the other. And with Chaos Space, you can loop these really, really efficiently, and you keep banishing them, getting them out, linking them off, searching, banish, Chaos Space, put it back, link it off, search again. So you can just get so much advantage off of these. And of course, we've got the Chaos Dragon Levianeer, just as another target for Chaos Space and a possible extender. Next, back to the Crusadia stuff. We have 3 power to make sure your Magius resolves, and 1 revival just to help OTK. We have 3 Quick Launch, arguably one of the best cards in the entire deck. You just get a dragon completely for free. It makes unplayable hands playable. It's pretty great. Then we have 3 copies of Chaos Space. I only have 1 right now. The other 2 are currently in the mail. Yeah, as I mentioned with the Chaos Dragons, this card is absolutely ridiculous. It's a neg 1 to begin with, but you can just, as I said, looping it with the Chaos Dragons gets you so much advantage. It gets you draws, so you can draw into more extenders, hopefully. Really good. Then last off, for our 1 of spells, we've got 1 copy of Boot Set to launch, 2 Unbrick Rockets from our hand, and Search Off Striker. 1 Monster Reborn, just as a general extender. And we are also playing 1 copy of Pot of Avarice, just because you're basically guaranteed to get 5 monsters in grave. even before necessarily the combo's finished. So it can actually be really helpful if you're in the middle of the combo and you're kind of stuck to Avarice, shuffle back all your Guardragon so you can use them again necessarily. Draw 2, hopefully draw something that will help you fix your hand. Pretty good, although definitely don't play more than one. Then for the extra deck, which is looking a lot fancier now that we've got all the dragon cards in it, we have 2 copies of Magius. We're only playing 1 copy of Regulex because we're playing 1 copy of Spartha as well. Because, of course, there's the classic play. Spartha, summon LP, move LP 1 space to the right, and then you can summon something to the Spatha LP zone. And then finally, we are playing 2 copies of Crusadia Equimax, of course, him himself. You're still going to be going into him quite a lot, but not enough that it warrants running 3, especially because extra deck space is a lot tighter in the Guardragon variant. Then, onto the Guardragons themselves, of course, 1 of Pisti and 1 of LP. LP should be banned, but oh well. We will probably never see LP get banned at this rate, and honestly, I can't complain about that. Then we have 1 copy of Striker Dragon, which is just another great tool for getting bricky rockets out of your hand. You don't go into it that much. Then we have 1 copy of Triple Burst, which once again, you don't use it that frequently. You may occasionally need it with a combo, but it's more so just as an option if your opponent has some weird damage step effect. Next up, we have Saryuja Skuldred, one of the main parts of the combo. Once you get all your stuff out, link away into Skuldred, draw 4, put 3 back. Brilliant. Really helps you just get some good cards, extend your combo even further, or fix a hand that would have failed otherwise. Then we're playing 1 Borreload Dragon. I would probably advise playing Avramax instead if you have it, but alas, I do not. So Borreload will have to do. Then we have, talking of Borreload Savage Dragon, the big boy, your negator. The whole reason why you're playing Crusadia Guardragon, really. What can I say? Absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, for our parallel Exceed summons, we have 1 copy of Abyss Dweller and 1 copy of Rafflesia for Nibiru protection. Anyway, that just about covers it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. And YG Omega, out.